All right, good afternoon, folks, and welcome to a awesome episode of Live with Jeff, Johnny, and Lee. I am your host, inventor Lee Wilbarger, inventor of telemedicine, the universal backup handcuff key, and a variety of other things. Next, we go to Jeff. Jeff, how are you, sir?
I'm doing okay. I'm supposed to give my credentials, am I?
Yes, sir, please. Tell everybody who you are and why you're
who's worked for many years on the sociology of mass destruction weapons and the strategy of the next World War, so leading up to it. So that's just an overview.
That's why you're
also
so famous.
Also sort of became an expert in the degenerative process of civilizations and cycle theory. And I was 12 years a writer for Financial Sense Online. So I also have economic background. I studied political economy in graduate school as well. So I can tell you some things about economics. So
that's why you're a world authority and you're on the channel with us. Thank you for being here. Johnny.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
Would you please tell us about why you're such an extraordinary individual that we would have you on this broadcast?
I suppose I can, yeah, but thank you very much for that illustrious ego boost. Before I tell people that I'm an investigative specialist, organized crime and defense, and I've got over 20 years of investigative experience dissecting organized crime networks. I specialize in the convergence of illicit operations and state security, and my current focus lies at the intersection of hybrid warfare and intelligence integration, where I can apply military strategy frameworks to enhance the U.S. and NATO's ability to detect, analyze, and counter complex multi-domain threats. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. And folks, now you know why this is such a powerful show, because we have such powerful people. And so we're going to educate you into things that are going on around the world that, well, you don't know about. If it weren't for us, you wouldn't know anything about. As you know, we have talked about Cuba. We've been talking about Cuba for months. We found the weapons and all that stuff in Cuba, and now, well, guess what? Now the U.S. administration is talking about Cuba. But today, we're not talking about Cuba. We're talking about China and what they are doing in the South China Seas and other places around the world where China is bringing their influence where it's not welcome. Johnny, tell us what's going on, buddy.
So we went over this facility last Monday, but we're going to just do a brief overview of it again. If you could please zoom down onto the runway there. We're going to take a look at the Chinese AWAC that they've got sitting here. This is one of their older models. They've got about 22 of these things. They don't actually have the newer models out there because they have so few of them. But this is one of these artificial islands that the Chinese just kind of moved into that is about 400 kilometers off the east coast of Vietnam. Now, the interesting thing to note on this island is not just that aircraft there, but also the runway that's 2.5 kilometers long, as you can see. And it's quite busy, is it not, Lee? You see you see how busy it is there? And we're going to take a look at the radar facilities that they've got on this island here that they've installed. Lee, you're muted if you're not.
Oh, yes, sorry about that. Yes, it is a very busy runway from the southwest, as you can see.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of planes in and out of here.
Yeah, the first place we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at the northwest end of the runway.
Northeast, you mean?
Northeast, yes, but the northern point. So off to the left there just a little bit, and we're going to see our first batch of radars on the point out there, just to the north there. Yep.
Oh yeah.
So again, we covered this on Monday, but we're going to just give a brief overview here because we got a lot more to take a look at today. Now, we're going to go south of here. We're going to jump across where the construction yard is. We're going to see the barracks that they've put in. And each one of these, as you can see, has their very own underground facility next to it.
Yeah.
And for those wondering, well, how tall are these? Each one of these, if we go back, and we can go back in time, but I mean, we'll just save the time here because we've got a lot to look at tonight. But each one of these is 4 stories tall. As you can see by the shadows being cast, they match the buildings that they're standing next to. You see that?
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yes. So as we continue further on, we're going to skirt around the, right down through there. And we're going to see the next radar facility right here.
And I believe some of this is SATCOM under here.
Yeah.
Nobody needs that many radars. They've already covered every band 3 times. So a lot of this.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Because you bookmark that in your mind because we're going to go back to that later.
All right, what else?
The next point is going to be back down where the AWAC was. And we're going to take a look at that football pitch they've got where they've put their own helipad right in the middle of it.
Yes, I love that.
And of course, we got more radars. We got more SATCOMs here.
Yeah, all the way around it. Yeah, this is like a little NSA island here.
Mm-hmm.
China spy hub.
I'm glad you brought that up because there's a lot more to see. Right, zipping over to the left and following up the deep water dredging port that they've got there, you're going to see their SATCOM facility that is just next to the other football pitch. You'll see the dishes there.
Wow.
All the little white dots. Well, they've got that. Yeah.
That's not a little white dot.
No, that's not a little white dot, but if you move just up.
That dish in there is big enough to handle all of the communications off of an island like Barbados.
Interesting.
Just off that one.
And they've got more than one there.
Right. That one dish alone would handle all the phone calls, internet traffic, and everything off of Barbados. And there's, 20 of those on this island?
16.
Okay. Good, close guess.
So so go back down to that, and then you're going to see you're going to go north, and we're going to see our SATCOM facility here.
Even more. Golf Ball Central. See, that's a big dish. Actually, all these
very big dishes. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes,
sir.
This
thing is huge. I mean, what is it resting on? Is this island resting on something?
So here's what they do. They start with, and I'm gonna show exactly how they do this. So the Chinese will go down and they'll just approach one of these coral reefs that's out there in the middle of the South China Sea, just off the coast of the Philippines. And what they'll do is they'll send in dredging ships. Well, they'll start and they'll add something to it, like a little listening post or something first, and then the Chinese will say, well, that's ours now. And then they'll send in the dredging ships later. And they'll start scooping everything off the bottom and tearing the seabed up and cutting out deep water dredging ports, deep water ports in the middle. And then they'll send in the concrete and the concrete mixers and the excavators, which we're going to see all that. So all of this is concrete. They've created this concrete base under all of these that you're going to see.
So it's basically, it's a ridge under the water that's not too deep.
Yes.
That's maybe, 100 feet, 50 feet? What is the depth usually here? What's that?
Sorry. You'll see where it's just about that deep, because whenever they do one of these underground bunkers, then you're going to see exactly where the water table is, and then they'll encase all of that in concrete, and then they'll pump all the water out. And then they'll put their half of it's a 4-story bunker that they put in. So it'd be 2 stories under the ground level, and it'd be 2 stories on top. And then you can see that. I'm going to show that here very shortly.
This island has got to be incredibly expensive to have built.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
I'm
going to tell you something.
I can't imagine the cost of this. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. This is going to be one of the cheaper ones. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is bargain basement compared to what we're going to see. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much everything on this. Lee, up there you see where that blue water pool is right up there? To the right, the aqua colored one. That's a deep water dredge that they put in there. But all of these that are here, So if you go just to the right and down a little bit in the center of the screen there, these are underground bunkers. Right here. Each one of these. And as I said, each one of these is 4 stories tall. So you got 2 stories underground, 2 stories above ground, so that it doesn't look like they're too obvious. But each one of those has their own entrance. And like I said, whenever they put those in, you can see the water that comes in. So they have to encase everything in concrete and then pump everything out.
So this basically is like a giant floating aircraft carrier headquarters, refueling for ships, airplanes, everything.
Yes.
This is a giant Navy base at sea.
With a giant air
This
base.
is a Guam for China.
And it's 400 kilometers from the coast of Asia. You said
From
Vietnam. It's
Vietnam,
in the South
yeah.
China Sea?
Yes.
Is it further away from Shanghai than it is from Vietnam?
I believe so, yes.
So then it's fairly close to the Philippines and Borneo.
You can see the Philippines there just to the right. Right there.
I see Hainan Island,
Yeah.
which is Chinese territory that the Vietnamese want. That's where it is right here. Okay, that's one.
It's where
Now this would put Singapore under their fighter cover, then, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Because they've got long range fighters and they got extra fuel tanks on their fighters, so they can reach all the way to Singapore from there.
Yes,
I believe.
they could.
Singapore is less than 2,000 kilometers away, isn't it? How far away is
I
Singapore?
believe so, yeah. So the next place we're going to go, just south of here. Next is going to be in the chat, Lee. We're going to recover this helicopter base that they've put out there. And they've basically done the same thing again here. So this is specifically for helicopters. You can see when we go to this point, Jeff, you'll see where they've cut in to the reef, and they've dredged everything out.
Oh yeah,
And they've actually got a ship in there now.
I know this place.
Yeah. So we've got massive hangars up here, and can you see the blast doors that they've put on those hangars? Those have got to be solid steel and concrete.
Oh yeah,
They have
my
to.
God, look at that. Holy mackerel.
That you could. Let me ask you something. If we threw a missile through one of those, do you think we could do anything with that?
Oh, I think we can get through it. The best part about it is when we do get through it, that when it goes off, the blast is going to stay inside.
It's going to stay inside.
Yeah.
Rally's $5 MVP meal deal makes you a big deal. Choose the new Mushroom Swiss, Spicy Chicken, or Cheese Double with fries, drink, and dessert.